I want to welcome our members today, our visitors. We have Anthony with us and Sarah to our Valley Ethical Society. And anyone who will be watching this recording later when I get it posted on our Facebook, I also welcome you to our space. My name is Patty Arduini, and I am the president of the Ethical Culture Society, and I am presiding here today. I do have some opening words that were sent to me by a friend this week, which has helped me greatly. When we lose someone we love, we must learn not to live without them, but to live with the love they left behind. And the writer of that is unknown. The Susquehanna Valley Ethical Society is a community of all walks of life that learns and grows together through shared values, doing good and nurturing the human spirit. We are a safe and courageous place in which members can build a community of friends, find inspiration and purpose, provide moral education for their children, and celebrate seasons and life events, and clarify their world views. I have a few announcements. I want everyone to know that Sean is home from the hospital, and he continues to recuperate at home. I do speak with Sean daily. And a matter of fact, Sean called me this morning at 7 o'clock. And when I answered the phone, he says, "Oh, I forget. People don't get up at 4 o'clock like I do." Yeah. But you know, he's doing well, and has gone back to the flower shop. So you know, trying to get things, you know, back in order there. Thursday, February 24th, we do have our exercise Vanguard fitness program from 7 o'clock to 7:30. We've been having a lot of fun. Brian Johnson has been leading us into some healthy practices. I find I'm not quite as sore the following day now, so it must be doing something right. So, you know, if you haven't had an opportunity to join us for exercise, please do. And just know, I mean, we have a lot of fun. We do a lot of moaning and groaning, but we do a lot of laughing too. Next Sunday, Jay Hooper will be addressing us at our normal time around the theme fellowship and friendship. And then two final points to make. First of all, something happened to our society Facebook page. I no longer can access it on my laptop. The only place I seem to be able to get onto it is from my cell phone, and I cannot work on my cell phone to manage this page. So I created a new society Facebook page yesterday, which is up and running. I sent invites to our members to like and to join this page now. And so please feel free to share it on your Facebook pages to get the word out, because, you know, we went from a following of 800 people to our Facebook page and trying to rebuild that. I think we're at 30 right now. So please feel free to share that. March 6th, we are reopening as in person. And it will be hybrid. So we'll still maintain our Zoom presence. And I did send out an email early this week to give me an idea of what is your intent. Do you intend in March to begin joining in person, or are you feeling as though you want to continue on Zoom, just to help me prepare, because my husband and I will be going into our meeting place, getting chairs set up, and I want to make sure that I have the room set up for the number of people who will be attending in person. We will be wearing masks. We will be distancing ourselves. We won't be sharing food during that time. So again, just let me know what you're intending on doing. Yeah, Lena, I know you can't attend in person. You live way too far away, but we're gonna see you on Zoom. Okay, so why do we meet as a community? Well, we meet to deepen our sense of the meaningfulness of life, to shine light on the ideas with which we guide our choices, to give us courage to take the higher path, and to get to know one another over time in appreciation of each one's unique and incomparable worth. And together, we will work for a world where love and justice cross all borders. And we affirm the worth, dignity, and uniqueness of every human being. And now I'd like to turn things over to Sarah. Sarah lives in Manhattan, Washington Heights area. She's devoted herself to deconstructing her socialized identity and uprooting the systems of injustice that exist within her. Sarah believes our shared human experience is sacred, that joy is our birthright, and love is the perfect realization of our interconnectedness. So take it away, Sarah.
Thank you so much, Patty. And thank you to everyone. I'm very grateful to be here with you today. I know today is a discussion format, and I just want to offer a few opportunities to harmonize and ground ourselves before I hand it back over to the open discussion. So first, I want to offer an invitation to drop into our heart center. We often go about our day perceiving with our cognitive mind. We're trained in that way. It's our habit, and it works in a lot of ways. But today, to create a container for this experience, the shared experience, I invite us to drop into our heart space and to perceive one another and our individual offerings first with our hearts and then with our minds. To help us drop in, I'm going to offer a harmonizing technique, slightly modified. This harmonizing technique comes from Resmaa Menakem, who is the author of My Grandmother's Hands, which is a book I recommend. It's a beautiful book about uprooting the embodied experience of racial injustice and racial trauma. And he offers several techniques to harmonize and to settle as an individual as well as in community. So I'll offer variations, and most folks have their videos off, and that's fine and wonderful. And if you want to have your video on for this, that's wonderful. If you want to turn it off for this, that's also fine. So the first technique is we'll rub our hands together, and I'm inviting us to put our hands on our heart center as a way to bring us down into that heart center. And then we'll all be muted, and we'll take an inhale and hum for our exhale, and we'll do 3 inhales and exhales like that. If this is uncomfortable for you for whatever reason, having your hands on your heart center, another alternative is rub your hands together and then lace your fingers with your pinky at the base of your head, and then just kind of lace your fingers down your neck. That's where our vagus nerve comes up through our critical organs in our torso and abdomen and connects to our brain. So it literally unites our subconscious wisdom bodies with our cognitive wisdom bodies right at that spot. So you can do that while we also inhale and hum for 3 breaths. And so we'll do that now, and then we'll come back and I'll have some more words to share. So at your own pace, 3 inhales, humming to exhale. You're, of course, welcome to continue that if you like while I speak. At this moment, I just want to, although this is not a formal memorial, I just want to give voice to our shared loss. Elle, with whom we labored shoulder to shoulder in ethics, is now an ethical ancestor. So I invite us in our time together today to create a space to receive and hold the offerings that Elle made throughout his life, as well as to create a container for the entirety of our emotional experience as we navigate this loss and grieving process. So before I go quiet, I would like to offer a poem from Saihyo, and I may be pronouncing that close to correct or not close to correct. Saihyo was a Japanese poet from the 12th century. Detached observer of blossoms finds himself in time intimate with them. So when they separate from the branch, it's he who falls deeply into grief. Now I open it up for everyone's sharings. Thank you.